Fala galera, tô com mais um dia aqui pro nosso canal. Tá falando eu tô aqui com vídeo.
This is all about
então
concentration, guys.
vamos nessa.
Steve can attest it.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. He'll have 60 seconds to get off 25 shots from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and with each make counting as 1 point, except the last ball of each rack, which counts for 2.
Yeah, that's the money ball, Clark, and those shots are usually the ones that end up deciding this contest.
One way to ensure success in this event, as we've learned, Steve, is by hitting those money balls. Those give you a nice jolt of momentum.
Yeah, that's really the key. I mean, if you can knock down all 5 money balls, you really don't even have to shoot a high percentage, and you can still come out on top.
7 points.
Nossa.
8 points. He could have taken more from that rack. Only got 2 points.
Pra quem não sabe, a bolinha colorida ali, a azul, branco e vermelha, vale mais pontos. Então se ele acerta, ele fica com mais pontos.
Gets the money ball.
Nossa.
He posts a score of 14. That was a nice piece of shooting.
Não foi tão bem.
Well, the key was, Kevin, he took 6 out of a possible 10 points from the money balls. And those are huge points. You've got to take advantage of them, and he did.
So it'll be Kyrie Irving.
Guys, most of the time when a player is shooting threes by himself, he's doing it in an empty gym. This is a little different. Actually, it's a lot different. I want to ask you, Steve, was it easy being the center of attention like this? You seem to be a bit of a ham.
Oh, really? A ham, Clark. Well, I'll tell you, I enjoyed being part of it. My first time, I was extremely nervous. I'm not afraid to admit that. But as I went on in later years, I got more and more comfortable with it.
He's got 5. That's 7.
Nossa. Ó.
Now 8 points. Could only get 1 shot to fall off the rack. Tough stuff. He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses. He's losing his way here. That's 7 misses in a row. He closes out the round with 8 points. There was just something off about him in that round.
Well, you know, once his touch deserted him,
Agora vai
it didn't
Paul
come
George
back.
do
It stayed
Indiana
AWOL.
Pacers.
He missed 8 shots in a row to end the round.
So it's Paul George ready to go.
You can be sure of this. Whether it's an exhibition or not, the pressure to perform is still pretty great in the three-point shootout.
Oh, make no mistake. I mean, these guys are competitive. They got a lot of pride. They want to win. But they've got to stay cool and controlled while they're out there. It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Can't get the money ball. 4 points. He's got 5. 2 racks remaining. Now with 6. That's 7. He just can't find the bottom of the net with those money balls. He's missed all 4. Now 8 points.
He's in sole possession of second place.
Finishes with 11. I think he'll benefit from some of the poor scoring out of the other players.
Yeah, it seemed like every time he was
Agora vai
starting to get
James
into a
Harden
good
do
rhythm,
Houston
he just
Rockets.
couldn't capitalize on it. He'd quickly fall out of his pace.
So it's James Harden ready to go.
When Harden came into the league, people were unsure if he'd be able to shoot with range in the NBA. He started out a little slow, but he's become quite the scorer and sharpshooter.
Por enquanto
A lot
tá
of people
sendo
thought
melhor.
that would be the case. It was just a matter of when.
Well, that score can't have him too worried. I'm guessing he'll top that without much problem.
3 more points to stay in contention.
Nossa.
Starting to feel it.
One more to stay alive.
Misses for the 4th straight time.
Eita, meu Deus.
He's got 10.
Por enquanto tá o melhor.
Down to the final rack.
Eita.
No good with this
Será
fourth
que
in a
Klay
row.
Thompson vai ser
And that
melhor?
puts him in a second place tie now.
Eita.
Not just 13.
Eita.
And 13 is the final score. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
There were a few ups and downs, but overall it turned out to
Agora
be
vai
a fairly
J.R.
decent
Smith
round.
também do
Yeah, I'd
Cleveland
give him kind of a
Cavaliers.
B+ for that one. You know, you hope for more, but it probably lived up to a reasonable expectation.
And so we'll see J.R. Smith to stay in. He needs at least 11.
He's got to be feeling very confident about his chances here.
7 points more to stay alive.
Tá melhor que
Now with 6. 7 points. A 3-point lap for him right there. 4 more points to stay alive. 8 points.
Eita.
Gets the money ball.
10. Já fez 10, que isso?
1 more to stay alive. That
Nossa,
ties him up for 3rd. Money ball, no good.
Really poor.
Esse aí vai ser
His 5th
decisivo.
consecutive miss.
Eita, será que vai empatar com o Thompson?
Score of 14.
Acho
I
que
think he'll
empatou.
benefit from some of the pretty poor scoring out of the other players.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things
E agora
completely
saiu
on
do
fire, it's still a
Philadelphia
fine score. I mean,
76ers.
what did you take away from it, Steve?
Well, you know, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
And here we go with Freak. As the final shooter in this round, he knows just what he has to do here. And he needs at least 13 here to avoid elimination. He's got to focus here. He's got to be good. Not great, but just good enough. He needs 8 points more to move on. 6. 5 big points on that rack alone. 4 more points to advance.
Oh boy, that is pure right there.
Coolly knocks down
Nossa.
his 5th straight.
13, vamos.
Into a 3rd place tie.
Tied for 1st. That shot
Isso,
puts him in
time,
1st.
vamos.
17 on the board. Pushes it to 18.
There you go.
Coolly knocks down his 5th straight. He racks up 20 points in the
20
round.
ganhei.
His stroke
Vamos,
looked
time.
terrific in that round, guys.
I think things are so much easier when a shooter gets off to a good
Vamos,
start,
time.
and he certainly did that.
Freak's going to be the one to beat in the finals, it is safe to say.
Quite honestly, I think the final round is wide open. I mean, we've got a bunch of great shooters moving on.
Yeah, we sure do, and I can't pick a favorite here, Clark. I think everybody's
Agora
in
vai
the
Klay
mix right
Thompson de novo.
So it's Klay
O
Thompson
Golden
ready to
State
start here.
Warriors.
Well, Clay's dad was an NBA player, Michael Thompson, but you know, more a post player and a center. Clay as a guard, a perimeter player who's got that beautiful
Tá mal,
shooting
hein?
touch.
3 down. Now with 4. He's got 5.
Nossa,
Pretty good start there
nossa
for him.
senhora.
He's got 8. Now 9 points.
And the young fella, Clay, making it look very easy out here.
11 on the board.
Nossa,
Well,
nossa.
for
Eita.
1 rack left.
Not good.
He's getting cold. 5
Ih, tá mal,
consecutive
hein?
misses. He comes away
Ai,
with a total of
15.
15 points.
Foi
Say
melhor
a
que na
solid
ano
showing
passado.
from him.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire,
Agora vai
it's still a
J.R.
fine
Smith do
score. I mean,
Cleveland
what did you
Cavaliers.
take away from it, Steve?
Well, you know, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
So it'll be J.R. Smith here.
And so it's 15 points. That's the highest score so far. And that's the score to beat.
No good with his 4th in a row. Off the mark with 5 in a row now.
Acertou nenhuma.
Now 3 points. Now with 4.
Eita.
2 racks remaining.
Nossa. 6.
8 more points for him to tie it up. Now 8 points. And that about does it.
Too late to make up ground now.
Yep, out of reach.
Oh boy. 8 points is all he ends up with there.
10.
Well, not his
Klay
finest
Thompson
showing. I
ganhou
think we
dele.
can all agree he could
Pior
have
que
done a
não,
lot
ano
better.
passado.
Yeah, he
Meu
really
Deus.
struggled with the money
E agora
balls. I mean,
sou
I'm
eu
not
do
laughing at him,
Philadelphia.
but he missed 4 of them. That's going to always make things extra hard for you when you don't cash in the money ball.
And here we go with Freak. Here we go. This is it. He led all qualifiers. Now, can he emerge victorious in the finals? He can tie it up with 15 to take the lead. That's 4 in a row now. Get 6 points from that rack.
8 more points and he'll tie things up.
Now 8 points. Now he's got it. 9 consecutive makes. He is in a flow. That's 11 in a row. It's a barrage of threes. One more to tie. Can't get the money ball. Now to 15. Got it, and that's all she wrote. That does it, folks.
That's the winning
Eita,
score.
vamos, porra.
Jack up a few more shots just for fun.
No good with his 4th in a row. Makes it to 19. He's able
Vamos,
to
time, vamos.
Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a good time out there. He hit a few in a row, and then he was off and running. I mean, he ended up burying 11 straight.
And as we close out the Foot Locker three-point contest, we can safely say that one man shooting tonight was absolutely remarkable. This year's champion, Freak.